Hi everyone, I'm Chris and welcome back to my vlog series for episode 2, Life in Lockdown. Now for me, when all this coronavirus happened, I was actually still on a job out in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, berthed down in Key West as Carnival had already suspended their operations. So I was very fortunate enough to be flown home right as the contract ended on March 20th and got back to London, and the rumour at the time was that London specifically was going to be locked down because the peak was worse there. So after a long travel day in London, I decided that it'd be best to come up to Manchester to my family home to look after my mum and support her if she needed anything, any help with anything. And it just so happened that my sister and my brother did the same, so we've all been home together. For me, at the start of lockdown, I was just off a contract. I was in vacation mode where I normally have a lot of downtime and get ready for the next contract in a month or so, 2 months. So the start was quite lazy for me. I basically just lounged around, watched a ton of Netflix, and it just wasn't really constructive. It wasn't good for my health, my mental health. I felt a bit down. I'm quite sure what to do, and it was a bit of a rough start. So after a month, I've realised that I can't keep going this way. I can't keep being lazy. This lockdown might go on for a long period of time. I don't know when I'll be back to work. So I tried to kick myself into gear and I started a workout. I started Insanity Max 30, which I actually only finished a couple of days ago. It's a 8-week course. It's probably the hardest workout ever, at least I've ever done and ever made. It's only 30-minute workouts, but it is crazy compound exercises, crazy cardio. So just put a little video here of me doing, which was the cardio challenge, which is actually the first video you do, although this is me doing it on the last day because you finish with it to see your progress. As well as doing a workout, then I started to set myself a bit of a routine where I'd have my workout, shower, lunch, and then after lunch would be my afternoon of work, where I do my vocal exercises from my vocal warm-ups from my great singing teacher Christopher David Mitchell, and after that I would practice some songs. And I also started to teach myself piano using the Musician app, which has been great. I've really got on with that, and I can start to play with two hands. It's fallen away a little bit in the last couple of weeks while I focus a bit more on this channel, but I hope to keep picking it up, and I'm at the point where I can just pick it up and play and practice, do some scales, which is really, really good, and it's kept me really focused. Another thing to keep me focused is also by the great Christopher David Mitchell, my singing teacher. He organised a 6-week vocal boot camp over Zoom, which was brilliant for me because it gave me something to focus to. Every Saturday at 2 o'clock, I know I'm going to be sat here, computer on Zoom. We learn about anatomy of voice, different exercises for flexibility, for strength, style. It was brilliant, and it was a really lovely group. We actually overran to about 8 weeks. We had another week of Q&A, and we also just had our virtual concert, which was lovely. It was so great. Everyone sang a song and showed where they're at, or talked about how it has affected them and how they've grown as a performer, which was beautiful. Just another little thing I wanted to talk about in the lockdown was what I was watching on Netflix. Just a quick thing about a program I really enjoyed called The Last Dance. This is a docu-series about the franchise of the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. I enjoyed this documentary because it really highlights the philosophy that I love, that you should always be the hardest working person in the room. It's nothing to do with natural talent. If you are the hardest working person, you can achieve anything. Like Michael Jordan, for example, when he first started playing basketball for his high school team, he wasn't that good. His coach said, you're not going to get much game time. And he practiced and practiced and practiced in the off-season over the summer and came back, and he's always practiced and practiced, and he'd be the last one there. He'd be pushing his team. And he is probably one of the best basketballers that we know of, really. That, everyone knows the name Michael Jordan. Everyone wears Air Jordans. And it really digs into that philosophy of just work and try and try and try and be the best possible version of yourself that you can be. One other little thing is, towards the end of this lockdown, I've also become a partner of Living the Mission, which is just something that I can hopefully get a bit of a residual income from. It's me helping other people achieve their health goals with a range of great natural products, all vegan friendly, all natural, non-GMO, all this great stuff. I've started using them and really started to feel the difference. And It's just something that I hope to build and develop with as I go forward, and I'll hopefully make another video about that sometime in the future. And finally, obviously, one of the big things I've done in lockdown was making this channel. As I spoke in the last vlog, it was something for me to focus and give me something to do, which is great, which is why I'm sat here talking to myself for a bit. Hopefully people are viewing this and listening to me ramble on. It's quite a strange experience that I'm starting to try and get used to. But yeah, thank you for taking the time to listen to me ramble on a bit about my life in lockdown. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully there's something insightful and enlightening for you that you can apply to yourself, be it workouts or what to watch or inspiration. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.